Greetings, my beautiful lovelies. It's Emmy. How are you? It's great to see you and welcome back. Today I'm going to be taking ice cream, plain old simply boring vanilla ice cream, and turning it into crème brûlée, which is a French custard dessert that has a sugar top that you crack with the back of a spoon and you scoop out and enjoy. I've actually never had crème brûlée. It looks lovely. It was the first time I think I've ever seen a torch used in the kitchen before. I think the traditional way of making the custard can be finicky because you can easily scramble the eggs, but we're not going to go to those lengths. We're going to shirk that traditional technique and we're going to just use ice cream. Now, I remember seeing this recipe going around a couple years ago and I saw it again. I'll put links down below to all the reference videos that I watched on how to make it. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got some vanilla ice cream here. You can use other flavors of ice cream if you like. Now I've let my ice cream sit on the counter for about a half an hour to soften it up. 1 generous cup of ice cream into a bowl. If your ice cream isn't melted, you can pop it into the microwave to melt it for about 20-30 seconds. Don't want it to get it too hot though. If it does get hot, that's fine. You just want to let it cool for about 5 minutes. Because we're going to be adding eggs to it, actually egg yolks, and if it is too hot, it will curdle the egg yolk and then it'll affect the finished product. This is the way I like to separate eggs. I've shown you many times. Just like using my impeccably clean hands to just gently scoop the yolk up, and you've got your beautiful yolk. Place that into here and use a whisk to break up any remaining unmelted ice cream, like a little pair of cheeks. Plop those in and whisk. So this has everything we need in it. It has our cream, it has our vanilla, it has our sugar, and look at that gorgeous yellow color. I'm gonna take an extra step and pour this through a fine mesh strainer, just to make sure we have a really nice smooth texture, just like this, and no little bits of egg. This is a little extra step. You can skip this if you like. So this is a pretty classic technique for any custard making. I, by the way, am not classically trained. I've just watched a lot of people. Yes. Thanks, Jacque. So, oh, speaking of Jacque, there is a really great French toast recipe that I learned from Jacque Pepin, and I made it, and it is fantastic, and it's French toast made from vanilla ice cream. It's genius. Just dip your bread in melted ice cream and cook as you would regular French toast. So good, and couldn't be any easier. I really like to clean up as I go because I find it gives me more space, but it just also gives me kind of some clarity, you know? And it saves me time, I feel, ultimately, so I don't have a big pile of stuff to clean up afterwards. Bain-marie is just a water bath. It sounds fancy, but it really is quite simple. I've got 2 ramekins, or round ceramic dishes, that I'm going to cook my crème brûlée in, and this is just a baking pan. Now I'm going to pour my crème brûlée custard into my ramekins. Fill them about 2/3, 3/4 of the way up. Now I'm going to place this in a 325-degree oven that I preheated. I'm going to add some boiling water to this so that the level of the water goes about 2/3 of the way up the sides of the ramekins. And then I'm going to bake it for about 40 to 45 minutes or until the crème brûlée is set but still jiggly. Then we're going to let it cool to room temperature and then chill it for 2 to 3 hours until it's nice and cool. And then we will brûler the top and give this dessert a taste. Alrighty, my lovelies, I am back. It has been a few hours since I placed my crème brûlée into the refrigerator, and now it is time to do the brûlée part. I've never done this myself, but it looks pretty great. All we need to do is caramelize some sugar. Here's the crème brûlée before the brûlée, and it did sink down significantly. I like this butane torch because this is the same butane cartridge I use in my stove, so I don't have to have a separate little fuel source. It's the same canister, like that. sprinkle a layer of sugar all over the top. 1 teaspoon or so. Turning on the fuel. We're going to calm that fuel down just a little bit. Okay. There it is. Beautiful. Still kind of bubbling. Alrighty, my lovelies, let's finally give our ice cream creme brulee a taste. Technically 3 ingredients if we count the sugar on top, but super simple, easy to make. You don't have to worry about overcooking your eggs or anything, and it looks so stinking great. Way to transform ice cream into something fancy. Listen. Alrighty, so here's the part that I've been waiting for. We're gonna crack this little sugary caramelized top. Okay, ready? Here we go. There it is. And here is the custard. Oh my gosh, look at that. Alrighty, let's give this a taste. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Mmm. Oh, it's so good. It's so rich, creamy, eggy without tasting like sulfurous or eggy. It just tastes decadent and rich. So good. The perfect amount of sweetness, just a kiss of vanilla. You've got that crackly top, so you get that lovely caramelized brown sugary flavor on top in combination with that smooth, rich custard underneath. So good. In terms of flavor, it reminds me a little bit of a dantat, which is served oftentimes in dim sums or Chinese bakeries. It's a little egg tart. That caramelization gives it a slight bitterness and such a nice foil to the custardy, eggy richness just beneath it. So stinking great. Alrighty, my lovelies, there you have it. 3 ingredient creme brulee. Fantastic. Alrighty, my lovelies, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that one. I hope you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. I love hearing from you. Like this video, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Toodaloo, take care, bye!